Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. The dollar decline is a great decline. Gold prices rise as dollar falls. The US dollar has plunged to a 4-year low. President Trump dismisses its decline, claiming it's doing great. Meanwhile, gold emerges as a favored safe haven asset, and the Fed holds rates. What's so great about the dollar losing value? Let me reveal this hidden secret to you live right now. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on this subject going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get political, but have you seen the dollar lately? It's doing a bit of a skydiver without a parachute routine. It just logged its worst 1-day drop since the Liberation Day tariff massacre of 2025. Remember that? It made the markets puke like they'd eaten gas station sushi. The dollar's worst 3-day stretch since Liberation Day. I love how we name economic disasters like Marvel movies. Coming this summer, Liberation Day 2. This time, the tariffs have feelings. The dollar is back to early 2022 levels. That's not a comeback. That's a rerun nobody asked for. But then you've got Trump in Iowa, leaning into the mic with that absolute confidence of a guy who just sold you a car with no engine. Trump goes, "The dollar is great." Like he's giving it a Yelp review written by the proprietor. The dollar's sliding off a cliff. And he's up there going, "It's doing terrific, folks. Believe me, nobody loves the dollar more than me." You ask him, "Sir, the value of our currency is evaporating like a puddle in Vegas." And he just looks at you and says, "I think the value of the dollar is its value." Trump says a weak dollar makes us more money. Yeah, my house is on fire, but look how much I'm saving on the heating bill. The dollar is weak, and Trump says it's great. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boom Bots? It's like if he tells me, "Your cholesterol is through the roof. You're basically a walking cheeseburger." And then he high fives me and says, "You're doing great." But in this case, it's President Trump. So the market goes, "Oh, okay. If the guy in charge thinks it's great while it's cratering, we should sell even more. Boom. Worst drop since the last time when he accidentally nuked the loop. Dollar weakens due to policy uncertainty, geopolitical risk. Fed holds rates with all this increased uncertainty language. Like they're reading a horoscope that says things might not be that great. Gold skyrockets as the ultimate forget fiat, I'm out hedge. Fiat skepticism is rising. Yeah, because when your money depends on vibes, eventually the vibes get weird. And Trump, he's not concerned. He's thrilled. It's like the captain of the Titanic going, iceberg? Nah, that's only extra buoyancy. We're great. Trump saying the dollar is great while it's sliding is very on brand. That's not denial, that's branding. The Fed is holding rates steady because of increased uncertainty. That's central bank speak for we have no idea what's happening, and if we touch any buttons, the whole console might explode. They dropped the balanced risk language. That's like a pilot coming over the intercom and saying, folks, we've decided to stop pretending we're going to land this thing. You know what we're going to do? We're going to see where the wind takes us. They didn't raise, they didn't cut. They stared at the economy like a smoke alarm going off while everyone pretends it's steam. Markets aren't even focused on hikes or cuts anymore. They're focused on tone. When you run your economy on tone, you're one bad mood away from bartering chickens. Meanwhile, gold is up to 5,519 and 27 cents an ounce last time I checked. This isn't a gold rally. This is gold quietly moving its stuff out. While the dollar says everything's fine, gold doesn't do rallies. Gold does interventions. Gold doesn't say, buy me. It says, something's wrong and you know it. At this point, the gold standard isn't an economic theory anymore. It's a cry for help. The dollar is losing value so fast that people are buying bars of gold, only to feel like they aren't living in a cardboard box. The cardboard box is actually worth more than the fiat currency. We've reached the point where the only thing people trust is a shiny rock they dug out of the ground. We spent 100 years inventing digital banking and high frequency trading, only to end up back where we started. I give you yellow, heavy thing, you give me cow. It's a flight to safety, but the safety is a metal that doesn't do anything. It sits there looking at you while your dollar bills turn into toilet paper. This is the most honest thing in finance right now. Everyone else is pretending the dollar's fine while quietly buying gold like doomsday preppers at Costco. But Trump says the quiet part out loud. It's great to be weak. It's almost performance art. The dollar's crashing, gold's mooning, and the president's like, this is tremendous weakness, the best weakness. Nobody does weakness like this dollar. It's like if your car engine explodes on the highway and you turn to your passenger and go, see, great performance. It's liberated itself from boring old reliability. That's where we are. The dollar's liberated itself right back to 2022 levels. Gold's liberated itself to over $5,000 per ounce. And we're along for the ride, pretending it's intentional. Thanks, folks. Tip your waitresses, hedge your dollars, and remember if the president says it's great, it's a great time to buy Bitcoin because it's on sale and gold is too expensive. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. You're allowed to make fun of me only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. So you don't have to do this. But if you want to, you can go ahead and follow me on X. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but I follow people who are smarter than me and funnier than me. And there's a lot of people who are funnier and smarter than me. Whatever you decide, you can now follow Safe New Media on X, FKA Twitter. Follow Safe New Media on X. Team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. Whatever you decide, I encourage you to belong higher. Join our inner circle. You can do that through Telegram. There's a link at the top of the Safe New Media X profile to the Safe New Media Telegram. Get in, it's totally free. The official source for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. I want to give loyal listeners of this podcast something. Free gift for you. If you want to start a podcast but feel imposter syndrome, you can get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit at safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
Are you an accredited investor? If so, listen up. This is for you. Today, owning a home now costs $52K more per year than renting. Families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift, buying 100 plus unit assets in growth markets. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. You can secure your place on our waitlist. Go to inveresta.com. You can now subscribe to our newsletter that secures your place. You can now receive your free guide. Get this right now at inveresta.com. It's called Location Science 2026. 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our waitlist for the next opportunity. You know what's funny about most real estate people? They tell you to invest in your backyard. What if your backyard is the wrong location? Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there to let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office. Go to inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. One last thing before I let you go, I want to invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. Methods of Prosperity newsletter. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want us to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co-founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. It's the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day jobs, while others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs, others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues. It's the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour. Broadcasting on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn. This is definitely not a cult. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.